Reifowitz. He's a professor at the State University of New York and the author of Obama's America, a transformative vision of our national identity. Thank you for being with us on France 24 tonight. Now, we've had a surreal few days at the White House. We got the phrase alternative facts, for example. There's Sean Spicer up again. Did you hear anything different in style and substance going forward?
Well, I think alternative facts is something that's going to be with us for a while. I just couldn't believe that we had that discussion earlier. I mean, in terms of the substance, I mean, it's no surprise that a President Trump would pull out of TPP. What I think is especially interesting is the response from his fellow Republicans, which was that this was something that they criticized. They criticized him for today. So far, we've seen a number of Republican senators criticize Trump for pulling out of the TPP, warn him in his other statement about renegotiating NAFTA. These Republicans have reaffirmed their support for the existing free trade agreement of NAFTA. It indicates that there are going to be some issues where there is going to be a break between Trump and the rest of the Republicans. And Trump ran against the quote unquote establishment. I mean, the TPP was a creation of a Democratic president and a Republican Congress that gave him the negotiating authority. So it's going to be fascinating to see how that aspect plays out.
What about the relationships he's developing with foreign leaders? He's had a phone call already with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's got the British Prime Minister coming into town on Friday. He's also meeting people like the Egyptian President Fattah al-Sisi. And he said, of course, that he is willing to work more closely with Russia on Syria. Are you seeing big changes in foreign policy as well?
Well, absolutely. I think it's very easy to say we're going to work more closely, or the United States is going to work more closely with Russia on ISIS. But the problem is that Russia takes a very different approach to its military strikes than does the United States. The United States, although it doesn't always succeed, has a policy of trying to minimize civilian casualties. Now, maybe Donald Trump is going to change that. I find it hard to believe that he would. But working with Russia would mean working with a country that may not only have different interests, but different tactics. So I think it's going to be that's going to be a very difficult a circle to square, because we have a very different approach. The United States has a very different approach than the approach that Vladimir Putin takes.
All right, Ian Reifowitz, thank you very much indeed. It's good to have you with us.